Hi, this is Deborah Quinn with Pastry Swan Bakery in Palm Desert, California. Today we're going to show you how to make 30th birthday cake decorating ideas. Okay, so this is for a 30th birthday. This is something that is going to be fun, very partyish, very bright. Can be used for a boy or a girl, male or female. So what we're going to do on this one is we're going to do a two-tier cake, something with a little more height, 30s, 40s. Those are all very special birthdays to celebrate. So what I have is an assortment of colors of the decoration that I've made up ahead of time, and it's what we call spriggy bow pieces. So there's no right or wrong with this. There's no colors that aren't going to work good. It doesn't matter if you have leftover colors. This is a good way to use those pieces up. I have a cutter that has a little bit of a ridge on there that you can see. I'm going to use some with the ridged cutter and then some just straight ones. We're just taking and making some pieces that are about 3/4 to an inch across. You can do some thinner, some thicker, whatever you want. I'm just going to make some strips. And we're going to take and make just little bow pieces. Sometimes if your fondant's a little bit dry, using a little bit of water to glue those together is good. But the fondant is very soft today, so we can just make those pieces. I'm just making loops, pushing them across. You can do some short ones, some tall ones, some fat ones, some thick ones, however you want to do that. We want to take just some pieces, cut the top off nice and smooth, and then we're just going to twist them. So now that you know how to make the spriggy bow pieces, you want to definitely do them whatever colors you want. You never really want to stick one cake right on top of another. As it sets or gets soft, you can have pushing out or bellowing. Anything that might be too heavy is going to definitely mess up your bottom tier. So we're going to put a little bit of support system in there first. We're going to do what's called a back stacking. So rather than right in the middle, I've pushed it back a little bit so that we have a bigger area in front once again. And we'll place that right there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little bit of a decoration for the sides. It's going to be just some little stars that we're going to cut out. So I'm going to once again get this very thin through our sheeter, or just using a roller works great. I have a small star cutter. So basically any small cutters work great just because you don't want to take away too much on the sides. It's going to be side decoration. And just pressing it in and using a small tool to just pop that out. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I've got a little bit of fondant up on top here as my glue. I'm just simply going to take this second piece and when we set this cake up, we put a small cardboard underneath it, so there is actually cardboard under the cake that's going to just set right on top of there. And what I said was back stack is where we've got the back flush with that. I'm going to add our spriggy bow pieces to the top here, and we're just going to put those stars all around the edges as we go, and just do some fun party swirls is what we call these. And these balls in these colors leftover pieces will be the balls that go all the way across around the edges, and that'll be your trim. So what we'll basically do is once we get all the colors in on our balls, we get more of our spriggy bow, we're going to take the opposite colors of the stars and we're going to do the same thing to the base. So we can maybe add some purple stars, a little bit of the red etching once we get some of our red bow pieces on top to go in with that color. And the same thing across the base, an opposite color on your balls, and this will be a very fun 30th birthday party. And those are my ideas for a 30th birthday cake. This is Deborah Quinn with Pastry Swan Bakery.